Well, Australia has scoured the world to find the very best coaches in so many Olympic disciplines. When it comes to sailing, this man has been a standout.
Russia's boycott of the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics would see a ripple effect turn into a tsunami for Australia's sailing teams in the decades ahead. Ukrainian Viktor Kovalenko, a national champion in the 470 class, would retire and turn his hand to coaching. He found himself in Australia in 1991, loved the country, and a decade later was an Australian citizen. More than any man, he has shaped Australian sailing in his time down under, and while many have called him the medal maker, he shies from the nickname. His record, however, stands supreme. Some 40 international medals, 7 of them Olympic gold, head coach of Australia's yachting team for more than a decade, Victor saw the fruits of his work in London, when our yachtsmen and women claimed 3 gold and 1 silver medal, and were clearly the shining light of our 2012 campaign. The job is not over as he moves towards Rio, but tonight he is in the spotlight as Viktor Kovalenko is inducted into the Sport Australia Hall of Fame.
The architect of so many Australian sailing successes in recent years, Viktor Kovalenko, and to make the presentation, a young lady who's known a little success on the international stage herself, Catherine Freeman.
Victor, over here.
Get here.
3 gold and a silver in London, leading the way for the Australian Olympic team. How satisfying was that for you?
It was a very special event for us. All of our sailors who won the medals in London, they were very well prepared. We were working very hard, and all of them, they were world champions before. Many times, 3 times, like Matthew Belcher, Malcolm Page, Tom Slingsby, Nathan Outridge. All of them, they were ready for the games. And their job was to be there, not just to raise the fist and to say, we've done it. To say, we've done it again. And that was a very special moment. We sent to the games small team, 15 athletes, but all of you, you were with us. Our federation, Institute of Sport, Sport Commission, government, and I would like to tell you, all of you, thanks. Thanks to our farmers who are working hard to support us, miners, fishermen, winemakers, students, moms and dads. Thank you, you trust us. We're your team. We're your team, Australia. We're one team, and we are Australia.
The nickname, the Medal Maker, is a pretty fancy nickname. What does it take to be a successful sailing coach?
When I start my coaching, I thought my product is results, medals. Then when I became a little bit wiser, I realized not results, athletes. And then I realized even more. It's not only athletes who produce the medals. This is truth, principles. This is life and sport, wisdoms and rules I gave them. That is my product, because results, this is just small trace in the history of sport, of Australian sport, and principles and truths stay forever as a legacy. This is product all of us, coaches, principles and truths.
You've agreed to stay on until Rio. There's going to be enormous pressure on our sailing team. What can we expect in just a few years' time?
To perform under pressure, this is what all of you were doing before and what you are doing now, to be good under pressure. When we won in Sydney, my first Olympic Games in Australia, I realized we won because of technologies of sport I brought to Australia. When we lost in Athens, I said something missing, and then I realized that the tool number one and weapon number one, this is spirit of Australia. And when we combine the spirit of Australia with technologies, we won in Beijing, we won in London, and we will, not only sailing, swimming, with John Bertrand leading, all sports, we will win the games in Rio because of spirit of Australia.
Okay. Victor Kovalenko, the second of our inductees in the Sport Australia Hall of Fame.